Hi, this is Doug from Game Shampoo. Welcome to another segment of Let's Play. This time we're going to look at one of the more rare games for, surprisingly, the Wii. Yeah, I know, it's not the most popular system and most people wouldn't care less about it, but there are three games which are quite remarkable on it at present. I mean, yeah, we've got Skyward Sword coming out very soon. And that is going to be phenomenal. In the meantime, we need to content ourselves with, well, what Nintendo's put out. So, on that note, let's get started. The game we're actually going to see here is probably one of the harder to find ones. Super Mario All-Stars Limited Edition. Now, this game only came out in 2 runs that, well, we've seen. And both times, the only way you really got it was essentially to order it in advance. Once it did its runs, we rarely see any copies. I mean, go to any GameStop. I mean, Amazon and eBay will be crawling with them, but you're going to be paying a lot more for it too. But without further ado, we should get started. You're not here to hear me talk completely. You're here to see the game, aren't you? So, let's boot and go from there. The first bit that merits mention on this particular title is it was originally released as Super Mario All-Stars way back on the Super Nintendo. What kind of sucks about it is, while they loaded the game, they gave you an art book and some really good extras, they really did not update the graphics. I mean, we're talking Super Nintendo level graphics, and now, as you can see on like an HD TV, you can definitely tell that they're aged. Thankfully, they aged well. First, we're gonna go into probably the best known title in the series. The original Super Mario Brothers. While it wasn't Mario's first appearance, it was definitely the one which started the whole series that we really know and love these days. Now, as you can see, gameplay is incredibly simple. Most people could probably play the stage blindfolded if they're exceptionally good at it. Otherwise, though, we all gotta keep our eyes open and finger essentially on the B button. Else, as you saw, it's very easy to fall down those pits. Jump. There we go. Wii controllers. Gotta love them. So, that would be the basic play for Super Mario 1. You start at one end, run to the other, jumping pits, avoiding Koopa Troopas, Goombas, and a lot of other little hazards. Now, while we got this as the first, things get interesting when we start talking about the second Mario game. It wasn't until this game that we actually saw what truly was Super Mario 2. We got introduced to it as the Lost Levels. Here, we encounter a game very similar to what we first saw. Since we just saw Mario 1, and we are dropping into Mario 2. The big difference is, honestly, would just be found in the difficulty of the game. This is World 1-2, so we're just past the opening stage. Usually what's given to you in terms of just, acclimating. As you saw, I ran through stage 1-1, no problem. 1-2, not even like 10 seconds in, and I've already lost the man. It was designed, essentially, to give you a harder Mario. However, it didn't come out in the US thanks to the fact it was so similar to the first. I mean, you can just see it. I mean, gameplay was the same, characters didn't really change. I mean, you had Mario and Luigi truly for the first time, where Luigi handled differently than Mario. No, just in that he was less agile, but he could jump higher. Here's the one that the US got for our Mario 2. Now, this one was kind of interesting in that it was actually an adaptation of another game that they put out over in Japan and called Yumi Kojo Doki Doki Panic. It was kind of interesting in that they kept a lot of the same things and they only really had to adapt parts of the game to fit into Mario. This was the first game in the series to feature a life bar straight up. While this eventually became standard later, there are a lot of things which remain pretty unique to it. For one, this is the only Mario game where you can really, really stand on an enemy and then do things to them. That's what I was looking for. This is also the only one with this subspace. It also had probably the strangest story of any Mario game in that, in the end, you learned it's all a dream. Kind of makes it feel like it was kind of a waste of time. Still, well, a lot of people played this and loved it. Alright. Well, that's it for Mario 2, so let's not keep people waiting and proceed on to Mario 3. This was probably the best received one in the series, and still to this day kind of represents the golden standard of Mario. Now again, we honestly get Mario and Luigi for multiplayer, and it did show a couple new things. This is where we not only have the Fire Flower, but it introduces the Kanuki suit, as well as the raccoon hat. Now, a lot of the same side-scrolling action is present here, but it does a lot to actually show and improve on things. Okay. Now, as awesome a game as it is, I don't want to get sucked into playing it. So, once again, I'm Doug from Game Shampoo. Thanks for checking out the Super Mario All-Stars collection and getting a very, very brief history on Mario himself. Now, feel free to subscribe and keep up to date on all the videos.